they 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 listen to Joe Burrow's demands. It's almost like an NBA superstar move, and they keep T Higgins, and they kind of push their chips all the way in the middle on the whole offensive thing. So they got to score like 40 points a game to win games this year. They draft Shamar Stewart in the first round, edge out of A&M, which is just such a gamble because no one has. He's like the mystery man of the first round. Like some people's like, man, this guy could be really good, and then other people are like, well, is he maybe just Jadeveon Clowney? And that's the big thing. And with the loss of defensive personnel that the Bengals have had playing in a really tough division, you've got the Ravens in that division. Who knows what's going to be the Steelers? The Browns have a really good defense. So when you get those super cold October, November games in division, or is that offense going to be able to carry you? So I find them incredibly interesting.
And it's interesting that you bring them up because I completely agree. I was going to put them almost on my list as like a watch out because it's going to be fascinating to watch out. I don't know what it's going to be. And it kind of goes back to our discussions about the NFL draft process. And when we talk about the combine or the underwear Olympics, some have called it, Shamar dominated. That's why he flew up draft boards. He just was an athletic freak, and you love that. But the finding of the balance of the athletic freaks versus the production in college is so important and such a fine line. And when you're picking 17th overall in the first round, you kind of want as much production as you can with that, but he gives you none of that production. You can't go back into college and be like, oh, he had 40 sacks. No, he had like 5 sacks, for an edge. He wasn't getting, you could say, oh, he had tough defenses. He was getting double teamed. There are other edge guys in this class that were getting double teamed, like the Abdul Carters, but we're still racking up bigger plays. So it is a big risk. But like you were just saying, everyone's like, they need to tighten up that offensive line. Completely agree. But have you seen that defense? They had to score 45 points every single time to just compete. So it's not just, and they did, Joe Burrow might have got beat up a little bit, but then they take these massive swings on defense. Like, I get it. Shamar and then Demetrius Knight Jr., the linebacker out of South Carolina. These are super high ceiling guys, but really low floor guys. Like you were saying, you get into that kind of Jadeveon Clowney, even though that wasn't a first overall, top 5 pick. So I'm with you. The Bengals, they're fascinating.